What's up guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to completely tell the difference between a real controller and a fake controller, starting off with the box. I've been looking for a controller like a good one for so long, and I finally found the difference. I did buy a fake one before, the day before, but I got the original one yesterday. So let me show you guys the difference, starting with the box. This box on the left is the box of the real controller, and this one is of the fake controller. The first difference is that the light here that is used to, I don't know, for the share button, it's much more detailed on the original box. But the one on the fake box is not as detailed. You can see it's much dimmer. Then when you're buying a controller, make sure you look for spelling errors on the box. If there are spelling errors, most likely or definitely a fake controller. Something else I also noticed is that this one had 2019 on it, and this one had 2017. So I guess you should look for the 2019 boxes. Next up was the bottom. This one had something saying TRA registered number blah blah blah, and beside the controller model number over here it had ZHX/me, but on the one of the real controller it did not have the TRA stuff. Also, it had a yellow circle, and it did not have the XME blah 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 beside the model number. It just had the model number, that was all. Can you believe it? The serial codes are a bit different, but I guess that doesn't matter since we're not tracing it, you know. They both had made in China and Arabic here. Then for the fronts are kind of the same completely. It's very hard to believe how well people are counterfeiting products nowadays, but you know. By the way, this is licensed to sell in Middle East, Africa, and India, but you know, that doesn't matter. Just make sure you check the boxes. I'm sure this will apply to everyone in the world. For the top, not much of a difference. This is the original pack, and this is the fake pack. They both have the same thing. By the way, when you're buying a controller pack, okay, even though they're really the same thing, make sure you have PS4 here, DualShock here, and wireless controller here, then Sony here. You know, just like this. These are the packs of the original controllers. These are the miniature one that's like half the size. I don't really know about that one in vetting if it's real or not, but you know, I'm talking about this pack because you guys should look out for this. This is the one you should try to get. Now, in terms of color scheme, the real controllers pack is always darker shaded than this one. I think the build quality is pretty much the same. Or this one might be more. This one is actually kind of stronger than this one. This one feels a little bit more flimsy, you know. Yeah. Alright, now the sides. As I said, this is always darker than this. I don't know if you can see the shade here and the shade here. This has a darker shade than the shade over here. This is pretty much the same, except this is more compact than this one, and it's lower. And on this side, yeah, the same thing. So guys, let me summarize. On the box, look out for the bottom. Look out for spelling errors, and that's pretty much it for the box. Look out for this also. This has to show very well, not be dim. Now, boxes aside, let's talk about the controllers now. Alright, I want you guys to tell me, which one do you think out of these two is the real controller and which one is the fake controller? They look the same, eh? People are really upping their game in counterfeiting products. Alright, now the one that's real is the one on the right, the one that's fake is the one on the left. Let's start with the port. When you're buying a controller, yeah, the port matters because that's where the audio quality will come from when you plug in your headset. If you have a bad port, or a fake port, or a counterfeited port, you could have muffling in your voice when you're talking or recording videos, or maybe you're playing online. You could sound like you're underwater, or when you are plugging your headphones into your controller and listening to the game, it will be low volume, you know. Most of the time it's the controllers that affect the mic quality too, and the headphone quality. So you need a good controller to enjoy good audio quality from your console. On this controller, the connectors for the connectors for the thing look kind of bronze or yellow. And this one, the connectors are silver. They're gray. This is the original one. Make sure you're looking for one that has silver or gray connectors. Those are the original ones. Then next up, this makes more noise. the analog stick. Makes much more noise. But this one, no, you can hear the noise, yeah? You can hear the difference. This one has much less noise. Now talking about the back. Oh yeah, the finishing. The finishing on this is not as good as the finishing on this. You can see this is tighter, much tighter. But the finishing on this is less tight. Now the back is where most of the difference is. Starting with the logo, on the real controller, the logo is before EAC. Don't know if you guys can see that. The logo is before EAC. The EAC is before the logo on the fake controller. So make sure your logo is before the EAC if you're looking to buy a controller. Next up, on the fake and real controller, they both have the model CUH-ZCT2E wireless controller and the battery rating on the same level. But on the next level, this one has much more stuff. It has the manufacturer, which is Sony Interactive Entertainment. Then it has 171, Kohan Minato, Ku Tokyo, and the number and Japan. But this one only has Sony Interactive Entertainment. Another thing I want you to know is below the logo on the fake controller, can you see this? I don't know if you guys can see this. There is a number 001, but on below the logo of the real controller there is no number. You'll also notice that the font of the real controller is much dimmer and less pronounced than the font on the real controller, which is so pronounced, you can clearly see this. Another thing is that the number 4472, those kind of numbers, it's on the bottom of the controller on the real controller, under Made in China and some other text. But here, it's on the top, and Made in China is at the bottom on the fake controller. Okay, guys, remember this is the fake, this is the real one. So that's basically it. Nothing else to notice. Let me see the connectors of the real. This is silver. Same thing. So guys, that is how you can tell if a controller is real from the box and from the controller itself. Before you buy a controller, you most likely see the box. You might not be able to open it, or you open it when you get home. You might be able to return it. I don't know. But from, let's say I had a pack of a controller, what I would look at, as I said before, make sure this is not dim. Make sure that this doesn't say TRA, stuff like that. It has this. Make sure there are no spelling errors. Make sure that the build quality of the pack is good. Make sure the pack is dark blue, not like some light blue. It has to be like a kind of rich dark blue. Okay. So that's it, guys. If you have any other questions about how to differentiate a real controller from a fake controller, do reach out to me in the comments, or you can message me on Discord, and I'll try my best to be of help. So I hope you guys found this video informative and helpful, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out and take care of yourselves.